Absolutely.
Mr. Secretary, obviously a huge Fox News alert just a moment ago. The U.S. carries out precision defensive strikes across 5 sites in Iraq and Syria in retaliation for attacks by Iran-backed militants following Friday's attack that killed an American contractor and injured U.S. service members. What do we need to know about that, Mr. Secretary?
Well, it begins by an understanding that this was a defensive action designed to protect American forces and American citizens in Iraq. And it was aimed also at deterring Iran. This was an Iranian-backed rogue militia acting to deny the Iraqi people their basic sovereignty. It's Qasem Soleimani, it's the Ayatollah working to expand their terror campaign all around the world. They took a strike at an American facility. President Trump's been pretty darn patient, and he's made clear at the same time that when Americans' lives were at risk, we would respond, and that's what the Department of Defense did yesterday.
Mr. Secretary, this administration has pursued a maximum pressure effort against the Iranian regime. If rockets are being launched against our contractors and our bases in Iraq, as this is approved by Iran, how is Iran responding to this? What do you anticipate from them going forward, their nuclear ambitions? Where are we in our stare down with Iran right now?
So it's the case that this administration made a fundamental shift from where President Obama and his team were. They had green-lighted the Iranian nuclear program. They had allowed this terror campaign to continue. Indeed, they had permitted funds to flow into Iran to support and underwrite these very terror campaigns that we've seen carried out. We took a very different direction. We've put enormous pressure to deny resources to Hezbollah, to try and deny resources to Shia militias like the ones that came after an Iraqi facility in Iraq yesterday, where there were Americans working to counter ISIS. That's what the Americans are in Iraq for, to take down the very terror threats that are putting at risk the Iraqi people. Our mission continues to try and get the Islamic Republic of Iran to behave like a normal nation. We laid out back in May of last year, after the president withdrew from the JCPOA, the nuclear deal, we laid out our demands, our requirements. We just want Iran to stop their terror campaign. We want them to agree that they won't have nuclear weapons, that they won't enrich uranium.
But as long as that regime is there, Mr. Secretary,
things.
As long as that regime is there, that theocracy, radical Islamist regime, we can't expect them to act like a normal nation, can we?
Yeah, it's interesting. Look at what the Iranian people are telling their leaders today when they march in the streets. When they march in the streets today, they recognize that it is their leadership that has led them astray. It's their leadership that has denied them the ability to feed their families and to have prosperity and security. I think the Iranian people understand that their leadership's activities need to change, and we have been incredibly supportive of this effort for the Iranian people to get what it is that they so richly deserve, and we will continue to support the Iranian people. I think when they stare at what happened yesterday, where they see Iranian money launching an attack on an Iraqi facility, I think the Iranian people understand that's not the best use of their money either.